Long live the spirit of Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, long live. Long live Nelson Mandela, long live. President of the Republic, Comrade Jacob Zuma, Deputy President of the Republic, Comrade Kgalema Motante, former President of the Republic, Comrade Thabo Mbeki, members of Cabinet, leaders of various political parties, leaders of various other organizations, NGOs, business leaders, fellow South Africans and compatriots. It is wonderful to greet you all on Reconciliation Day. President, I think one could easily say this is one of the best reconciliation days that we have had in South Africa, in that it comes in the wake of us having buried Dr. Madiba, but it is also broadly representative of a number of South Africans amongst us. I would like to start off by thanking President Zuma's government for the manner in which they organized that past 10 days of remembering Comrade Nelson Mandela and laying him to rest. The government did a fantastic job. Let's give them a round of applause. Could I also add and say that let us all as South Africans congratulate ourselves because we remembered Comrade Madiba with dignity and we put him to rest with dignity. Let us applaud ourselves. It is significant, President, that today we unveil Nelson Mandela's statue on the centenary of the Union buildings, but also on the Day of Reconciliation. In a way, when one looks at Comrade Madiba's statue out there, properly stretched like this, it is almost like we are hitting the last nail in the coffin of apartheid, because now our father is up there saying to the world, we have defeated apartheid. When you go out and look at Comrade Madiba, you will see a colossal statue, a huge statue with his arms spread out like that, welcoming all South Africans to join him in his journey of continuing to build our nation, to build it into a truly democratic, non-racial, non-sexist, and a prosperous South Africa. To build it in what the President said yesterday, when he said, South Africa is on the rise. We are rising, and Nelson Mandela continues to show the way. When you look at him, some of you might remember what we kept saying about Nelson Mandela before he was president. Some of us used to look at him and say, he looks like a president. He walks like a president. He eats like a president. He even sleeps like a president. Now, as he stands there, stands there as the true father of the nation, inviting all of us to embrace his values and to walk in his footsteps. In the past 10 days, one of the things that we've all done is to remember Nelson Mandela, to remember him in many ways, and to also remember what he taught us. Now, he is a colossal figure. We all accept that. But there is a bit of him that each one of us can learn. We can learn to be like Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela has many lessons for all of us as South Africans. As he has united us as a nation, as he has become the father of our nation, there is a lot that we can learn from him. We can learn to be Democrats. Be Democrats like Nelson Mandela. Be disciplined like Nelson Mandela. Be servants of the people like Nelson Mandela. Be honest in whatever we do like Nelson Mandela. Be caring like Nelson Mandela and be compassionate like Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela was many things to many of us, to all of us in fact, to many other people in the world. Even Barack Obama wants to be like Nelson Mandela, our own Nelson Mandela. We can also be like Nelson Mandela. I would like to conclude by saying what Nelson Mandela would wish of all of us to do. As we remember him, what he would wish is that we should remember him by our actions, by what we do, how we behave, by the way in which we treat each other as South Africans, by the way in which we relate to each other. Today is the day of reconciliation. Today is the day of nation building. We are trying to forge our country into a cohesive nation. This is what Nelson Mandela struggled for. This is what he stood for, and he wishes that we should continue on this path. And if we do this, we will be giving honor to Nelson Mandela's memory. We will be remembering him properly by being Democrats, by being nation builders, by being non-sexist in our approach, by being non-racial, by being a united nation. This is what Nelson Mandela wants. Let us go ahead and do what Nelson Mandela wishes. Thank you very much.